Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna be doing a video with like no editing, no intro videos. I just wanted to do the video because this video would probably take me a lot of time, and my storage on my iPad, where I usually record all my videos, is very temperamental lately, so you'll have to just bear with us, right? And we'll have to just do it this way, okay? So, I apologise because I haven't been here for the past couple of weeks, but by the title, it would give you a clue. I have been to America. So this video is just me talking about my experience in the USA, okay? Okay, so traveling there was a nightmare, honestly. I had to travel from Newcastle to London Heathrow. At Newcastle, I got searched. But if you've been abroad lately, every airport now has been updated. Literally every airport that I've been in now has been updated, where you just stand in the booth and then it scans you. You hold your hands above your head, you stand on the two yellow footprints and it scans you. First time I went in, when they scanned us, I had bare arms, but apparently I had something attached to my arms. I have something in my tooth. It's like, if I've got metal implants in my arms that I don't know about, then yeah. So anyways, I was just like, right, let it go. Got the London Heathrow people who work at London Heathrow, savages. The savages. They're so aggressive, right? I'm sorry. They're either aggressive or they just don't have a clue on what they're doing. And I'm not a nasty person. I'm not judging them or anything like that. Well, I am judging them, but they had no idea what they were doing. Okay? Just saying it, because I was a little bit annoyed. So anyways, goes to get scanned again, and because with us getting scanned in Newcastle, I already knew what I had to do, right? So I just go in the booth, I stand straight on the print, hold my hands up, and the woman was just like, She must have thought I was a criminal because I knew what I knew what I had to do. So she was like, Shway, come out, stand here. And then she started searching us and everything. But I had dungarees on. I'm pretty sure that's why, like, the things were getting set off, because of the metal on the dungarees. So anyways, she searched me back, and the back of most dungarees have padding on the back. So she was searching my back pretty well. So anyways, and she's like, okay, go on. And I was just like, you need some coffee or something to cheer up your day. So anyways, goes to board the plane. And now, yeah, everything's done electronically. Electronic. It's done by technology. It's done by technology. So you have to scan your passport now and where you going and hotel, and you get your boarding pass, right? And then you go to this machiney thing, you scan your boarding pass, and it lets you board onto the plane. So in London Heathrow, goes board, put the boarding pass on the scanner, and it wouldn't let us through. I tried again, I was going, big red cross come up. So the man was just like, okay, come along, I'll have a look for you. So he takes us to this desk, and he was just like, right, the people who want security have alerted that they want you to have a search. They want your bag searched and everything. I was just like, well, that female dog, I'm not going to swear. And I was just like, okay then. And then I was bricking myself because I thought I had to do a strip search. So they took us into this room, and there was this lovely Indian guy. He was like the nicest staff there, right? I don't know his name. He's just like, oh, come in, darling, come in. And I was just like, okay. It's just like, right, take all the electronic stuff out your bag. So I took my iPad out, I took my phone out, my headphones, and he swiped it. I don't know why he was swiping me electronics, not my bag, but I don't know. So then he was just like, right, I need a female staff to come in and search you. And when he said that, automatically I'm in a room, I've seen it on telly before, I'll have to do a strip search. So the woman was just like, right. She was just like, right, is it okay if I search you? And I was just like, do I have to take my clothes off? And she was just like, no, you can leave your clothes on. Just take off your jacket, right? So anyways, it's just like, yeah, and I was fine. He was like, he's clear, I'm sorry about that. My mum, when I came out the room, she was like panicking, just like, what on earth was happening? I was like, the search is for drugs. So anyways, the flight we flew with Air New Zealand, best flight ever. Aeroplane is just amazing. I knew that like planes for long distances were bigger, like the 4 and the 3 on each side, but it was just amazing. And even though I was in economy, lower class, let's just say that, since you can't pronounce your words, right? Lower class, it still felt as if I was in first class, even though when you board the plane, you walk through first class. Who does that? That's just rubbing it in your face? And then it was just like, first class. And it was like these barrel chairs with footrests and big screens and little baskets full of food. I was just like, and blankets and eye covers. And then you go to the business class, which isn't that much smaller. And I was just like, why isn't this at the back? So the people in economy doesn't have to walk through it and get rubbed in. I don't know. So anyways, but it was really comfy and there was loads of leg room. You've got fluffy, what's the word, fleecy blankets and a pillow. And then you had like this iPad tablet thing in front and you could just watch unlimited films. I literally watch on the go in there. I watched The Heat. What else did I watch? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And what else did I watch? Oh, How to Be Single. So funny. Right, anyways. And also you can order food on the way back. It wasn't as long as the flight. It was 10 hours there and then it was like 9 hours back. So it's like an hour less. But I watched Cinderella, the live action one. And I watched Toy Story. I think that's all I watched on the way back. Yeah. I think I slept the rest of it. But anyways, and also, they were like, after the flight, I was like, the thing I was worried about was not the flight or going over to America. It was like the time difference because they're 8 hours behind. So it's basically when it's daytime in the UK, it's like nighttime there. So I was a bit worried, but luckily I didn't sleep on the way going there. So my pattern was pretty good. So basically, I don't know, I wasn't tired. I just ended up fitting in a pattern pretty easily. Because I'm Boydie, I can do these things. Okay, so let's just talk about the whole... Oh, in America, Dad got stopped. Well, after we came off the plane, my dad got stopped, right? Because in America, they take a photo of you and they take fingerprints to see if you've got a criminal record. And my dad got pulled into a room and we missed our transfer to the hotel because his fingerprints wouldn't work. So anyways, so so like the journey there was just like a total disaster. Anyways, let's get to the holiday itself. Okay, so the first day we went to, where did we go? I've forgotten now. Oh, well that's bloody good, isn't it? Forgetting your holiday. I did enjoy it, I promise. What did we do? I think we went to, what was that place called? What's the beach called? Santa Monica? Santa Monica? Am I right? We went there and there was like loads of piers and loads of like old fashioned shops, like American shops and surfboard shops, and there was I've forgotten the name of the their Remembrance Day over there. It was their Remembrance Day, so there was lots of like army cadets and there was loads of like American school buses, and there was loads of cheerleaders and stuff like that, and there was loads of street performers, and it was just really good. And also saw a hotel that Some Like It Hot, Marilyn Monroe film. That was pretty interesting, but I liked that day. And then the next day we did the tour around Beverly Hills, which was really, really nice. And it was just like everything. There was like it was just like downtown Beverly Hills, which just looked like anywhere else. But then as soon as you get further up and into like Beverly Hills and like Hollywood, like everything starts to turn upper class, and everything it was just spotless, and it was big fancy designer clothes shops. Oh, it was just beautiful. And then we went to Miami Beach, right? Yeah, I think so. And Venice Beach as well. So we walked up Miami Beach onto the pier, and there's like a fair on the pier and stuff, and we had chicken wings. And then we walked through Venice Beach, and there was loads of street performers there. It was good to see like people like sort of active and running about and on roller skates, surfing and stuff, and street performers and everything like that. And obviously the weather was lush. I mean, it's winter over there, and the Americans think it's cold. Wait until you come and witness winter in the UK, people, and then you'll know what cold is. It's 3 degrees here, and it is 24 to 30 degrees over there. That's not cold. Right, anyways, ran over. So then the Wednesday, on the Tuesday night time, we travelled to the Grand Canyon, and we stayed in like this town. We travelled up the Route 66. We stopped in some stopped on the side of the road, took some pictures of the Route 66 on the road and the sign and the end stop and the beginning stop. And then we visited this shop. It's like a famous film. It was the first time I watched it, because we watched it on the course because we were visiting the shop. And Bad Bag shop or something, but it was really cool inside. And it was just covered in like stickers and dollar notes and stuff like that, and it was just like an old-fashioned diner, and it was really cool. So follow me on social media, because loads of videos and photos will be going up I'm not uploading onto here. So anyways, just thought I mentioned that. Bye boo boo. Go follow me. Thank you. So then so we stayed in like this old town. It was kind of like a ghost town. There wasn't anything there, but there was like this steakhouse. Oh, and it was just like a saloon. It was like themed on a saloon. And apparently on the night time, like late on the night time, there was like performances, but we never saw that. But the steak, oh, the steak was so delicious. It was so... I like my steak medium rare, and it was so succulent. You could just cut through. You could just, like that. With steak, yeah, you're... Oh, it was just cutting like butter. and it was like melting like butter on my mouth, and I was just, I would stay there all the 10 days if I had to eat steak. So anyways, then we went, before the steakhouse, sorry, we went to see the sunset on the Grand Canyon, which was beautiful, and we got to see all the different colours of the sunset, going from bright white to yellow to orange and pink and purple, and the moon was changing colour, and we were basically just sitting on a cliffside, right, watching the sunset. It's pretty rad. That was pretty awesome, I have to admit. And then the next day, we had the helicopter ride, which you would see if you followed me on social media. Just saying. So, so we took a helicopter ride. Oh, breathtaking. Best experience of my life. If you go... I keep on doing that. If you go to America and you go to the Grand Canyon, do take the helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon. It is £200, I think. But it's well worth the money, and it's just so good, and it's just like emotional. And when you're up there and you're seeing this beautiful like landscape, and you just feel as if you're like flying through heaven, and it's just like, I was just like, I think I'm in heaven. It was just so beautiful. I honestly recommend you do that trip. And then after the helicopter ride, we did the North Side Rim Trail, which is like a 2-mile, 3-mile walk, but we saw creatures, we saw stags, and that was pretty cool. And then there was like old-fashioned like native shops and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. The thing that I've noticed in America, there is a lot of like Spanish people and Mexican people and a lot of Asian people. Like, I never knew this, but apparently 40% of the population of America, 40%, that is pretty high. 40% are Latin, Spanish or Mexican. 40% and 20%. I know you think 20% is pretty low, but it's pretty high, are Asians. Big up the Asians. Yes, people. Yes. Come on, the Asians. 20% is pretty high. When you consider it, 40% and then 20%, there's only 40% of the population that is actually American. They're taking over, people. They're taking over. I'm just saying. Anyways, back to the story in hand. On Thursday, we travelled to Vegas. And it was really good because we travelled on the afternoon, so the sun had set and stuff like that. And it was night time, and we like arrived in Vegas. And basically what you're doing is just driving through this desert, and in the middle of nowhere there's like this city, and it was so cool. And it was just like loads of lights, and I was just like, whoa. But I have to say, I'm not dissing Vegas at all, but it does look better on the night time than what it does through the day. Through the day, it just looks like anywhere else. But it's but it was pretty good. Our hotel was amazing. It had like, obviously most, like majority of the hotels in Las Vegas, sorry, have casinos. But ours was huge and had restaurants and had this big, massive game room, right? So it was just like, you know how you see like them like diners that are in subway stations. So there was like this like calf that was like that, but next to the games room, and there was this massive room. I'm not telling you, it was like 2 times bigger of me house, right? I'm not lying. Every wall was massive, full of screens of basketball and American football. That's what I did in my spare time. I ate hot dogs and watched the basketball. And then, anyways, I never got any pictures, and I never swum in the swimming pool, which I am a little bit gutted about, but the swimming pool was a fish tank. It was a fish tank of sharks and tropical fish in the middle of the swimming pool. And there was a slide going through the fish tank, which I never went on. But it was amazing. And it had like these restaurants. It had like Japanese restaurants. And it had like 2 Starbucks. And then when we ride, they took us out onto, I've forgotten the name of the street, West Raymond Street or something like that. And there was just like this, it was a street, it was called the Strip. But then there was just like this street that was like, had a roof on. And the roof was just like a light show. It was like different things flashing up. And it was just like, it was like watching a video on the roof. And you could zip wire through the Strip. And it was just like, it was, the atmosphere, it's more like the nighttime for Vegas. If you want to go to Vegas, it's more of a nighttime thing. Like, it's when everything starts to come alive, the people are out, and it's just a good, it's like a good experience to witness, like loads of people just out and living life and just enjoying it and having fun. And it's just like, it's a good experience to be in. I didn't gamble. I sat on the gamble table, got ID'd. Usually I don't get ID'd, but I did. Oh, also, American Fitness competition was on at my hotel. So most of the time, I just saw men walk around in tight vests or topless. Holiday made! So yeah, so we spent most of the days, 4 days in Vegas, where we just went shopping. We couldn't see any like good shows because we missed out. We were supposed to go on like the Tuesday when we arrived, but then we were just like, nah, we'll go tomorrow. And then when we went back, none of the shows I wanted to see was on. But there was like a comedian on at the hotel, and they, like, our hotel gave us like special offers, like 2 for 1 at the buffet thing, which was delicious as well. And we were like giving me like £60 worth of chips and stuff like that, you know, casino chips, not like French fry chips and stuff like that. But there was also a deal that you got 1 for 2 tickets and 1 for 2 meal. So it was like a package. So then we got a meal, like all you could eat buffet and 3 tickets for only like £80. You couldn't get that back in the UK. It would be like £80 for just a ticket. So, and he was pretty good. He was pretty funny, and he was like an impressionist and a singer and a comedian at the same time. So it's pretty good. So yeah, and then we went to Hollywood on the way back, and we walked the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That was pretty cool. And then we came back, and that was basically it. Oh, I went to a shooting ranch as well. So freaking cool, honestly. And I'm pretty sure the guy had the hots for us, I'm not gonna lie. He was just like, me and my dad went in, and they were the cheapest place to go. It was Welcome to Fabulous Vegas Battlefield. But if you want to go to America, which was one of the things that I want to do, I know it sounds weird, but I wanted to go over there and shoot a gun because I wanted to know what it feels like. I wanted to feel the adrenaline and the power and stuff like that. I know it sounds weird. I'm not a crazy person that wants to go shooting people. I just want to shoot a target, not someone, right? There's not a law. There's not a crime against that. So anyways, and they were just like, since it's your first time shooting a gun, you should have a rifle, not a pistol, because pistols just, you've got to hold it with like 2 hands, and it does like backfire a bit, and it can hurt your arms and stuff. So it's just like with a rifle, you've got the padding, and then you can hold it, and you don't get that much of a throwback with it. But anyways, the dude, I think like the people that were in charge of like showing you how to use the weapon and taking you into the room were like ex-army men. And my dude was just like shaking my hand, he was talking away to us and that. And then he was telling us to do this, telling us to do that, and he was like, did you like that? And I was like, yeah, it was so good. And he was like, yeah, it's fun, right? And I was like, yeah, man. And then he was just like, showing me target, I got straight for the eggs. I'm not kidding. I was just like, I hit the eggs. How did I do that? And I was just like, so then he was like, yeah, well done, man, congratulations. And then when it came to my dad's turn, my stepdad's turn, he was literally talking to him for like 2 seconds and just let him do it, and he was just like, good job. It's probably more amusing than me. I don't even know why it's funny, but it is. So that is it. But I had a really good time. I think if you go to America, you should definitely... My favourite part was definitely like Venice Beach and Miami Beach in San Francisco. And the shooting ranch. And obviously the Grand Canyon. So I think if you're going to Las Vegas, I would only spend like 2 days. Because there's only so much you can do. And do more of like the West Coast. And do more of Hollywood. I wished I did more of Hollywood in actually LA City. But I didn't really go in LA City itself. I was just like around it. But yeah. But I did enjoy it. Thank you for listening for like half an hour video. And yeah, I shall see you next time.